The 6 secrets to building wealth that only 1% of people know. Have you ever felt like you're just one step away from transforming your life? Like you're missing just one key, one secret, something within reach that no one has ever shared with you? Today, I'm going to reveal something so powerful that it could completely change how you see success, money, and personal fulfillment. It's a revelation most people will never discover, and that's exactly why they remain stuck in lives of frustration and limitation. But before we dive in, I need you to do one simple thing. Watch this video until the very end, because at the end, I'm going to reveal the final piece of the puzzle, the key that can unlock potential you didn't even know you had. So, if you're ready to learn, to change your life, and to stand out from the crowd, stay with me. Your journey starts now. Imagine for a moment waking up every day with absolute clarity about what to do, how to do it, and most importantly, why you're doing it. Imagine making decisions that take you exactly where you want to go, without fear, without regret, and without wasting time. Sounds like a distant dream, right? But let me tell you something. This isn't reserved for some secret elite. It's not luck, and it's not chance. It's a science. And today, I'll show you how you can apply it to your life, even if you're starting from zero. But here's the thing. What I'm about to share isn't for those looking for shortcuts or quick fixes. It's for those who are ready to think differently, act differently, and reap results that no one else is achieving. And I promise you this, if you put these ideas into practice, your life will never be the same. I know exactly how you feel, because I've been in your shoes. I remember waking up every morning with that suffocating feeling that life was moving too fast, and I was nowhere near where I wanted to be. It felt like I was trapped, running in circles, with no idea how to break free. But one day, something changed. I met someone who showed me that the path I was on was just an illusion. They taught me that to be different, I had to do things most people would never dare to do. That person gave me a completely new perspective on life and business. And now, I want to share those same lessons with you, because I know how life-changing they can be. The first principle is simple, but it's brutally honest. If you want different results, you need to think differently. Have you noticed how most people live? They work hard, follow the rules, save when they can, and yet they barely move forward. Why? Because they're playing the wrong game. They believe the path to success is to do what everyone else is doing. But here's the truth. If you do what everyone else does, you'll get what everyone else has, and that will never be enough. Now take a moment to reflect. What would happen if you stopped following the crowd and started following a proven strategy? And more importantly, what would happen if you gained access to the key that only 1% of people truly understand? I'm about to share what that key is. But first, let me show you the most common mistakes that are holding you back. These are mistakes I've made myself, ones that cost me years of learning, but that you can avoid starting today. The first mistake is one of the most dangerous, prioritizing short-term money. It might sound counterintuitive, but working solely for a paycheck at the end of the month is a trap that imprisons millions of people. Why? Because in doing so, you're exchanging your time, the most valuable asset you have, for a limited and temporary reward. Now think about the wealthiest and most successful people you know. They didn't get there by working more hours or taking every opportunity that came their way. Instead, they prioritized learning high-impact skills, building equity, and creating something that generates long-term value. Let me share a secret. Once you start thinking this way, money becomes a consequence, not the goal. A practical example. I made this mistake myself. Early on, I chose jobs based solely on the paycheck. It felt safe, comfortable, but I was trading my future for the present. It wasn't until I decided to focus on learning skills that would break this cycle, like entrepreneurship and negotiation, that I started to see real change. The second mistake, trying to impress others with a lifestyle you can't afford. How many times have you seen someone post pictures of luxury cars, expensive trips, and lavish dinners on social media? Here's the truth no one tells you. Most of these people aren't actually wealthy. They're drowning in debt, trying to appear successful, while struggling to pay their bills. This is the most dangerous game you can play. While you spend money on depreciating items, cars, clothes, gadgets, those truly building wealth are investing in assets. They're planting seeds that will grow and bear fruit for the rest of their lives. A practical tip: before making any purchase, ask yourself, will this increase in value or will it lose value? If it won't grow, save your money or invest in something that brings you closer to financial freedom. The third mistake: thinking you can do everything alone. Have you ever heard the saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This is one of life's greatest truths. Many people believe they can carry the weight of the world on their shoulders and handle everything by themselves. But let me tell you something, no one gets to the top alone. Look at any successful person, whether they're a leading entrepreneur or an elite athlete. All of them have a team behind them, a support system that helps them achieve greatness. A powerful example, take Elon Musk. He's a genius, but do you think he built PayPal, Tesla, and SpaceX all on his own? Absolutely not. He always worked with brilliant teams, leveraging the talents and knowledge of others. If you want to accelerate your results, you need to learn to delegate, collaborate, and tap into the resources available to you. It's not about doing more. It's about doing better with the right help. Next, let's talk about something even more critical: staying focused and avoiding distractions that sabotage your progress. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with advice and opinions. Everyone has something to say about what you should be doing. But here's the problem: not all opinions are valid, and listening to the wrong people can be disastrous for your success. The secret is simple: choose carefully whose advice you take. If the person giving you advice hasn't achieved the results you desire, what they have to offer likely won't help you. How to filter the right opinions: ask yourself, has this person achieved something I admire? Does this advice align with my long-term goals? What can I apply immediately from this idea? When it comes to guidance, less is more. A qualified mentor is worth more than 1,000 unfounded opinions. And speaking of opinions, let's move to the next mistake that destroys more dreams than any other: being controlled by your ego. The ego is deceptive. It makes you believe you know everything, that you don't need to learn from anyone, and that you're above criticism. But let me tell you this: ego is the biggest enemy of growth. When you become arrogant, you stop learning. And when you stop learning, you stop growing. That's why it's essential to stay humble. Always be willing to listen, learn, and adapt. Because the more you learn, the more you realize how much you still don't know. And that's liberating. Now let's talk about one of the most important lessons you can ever learn: taking full responsibility for your life. Many people spend years blaming others: the government, the economy, their boss, their family, even fate. But here's what sets successful people apart: they don't waste time making excuses. They understand that as long as they point fingers at others, they're giving up their power to change their own lives. The moment you take full responsibility, something amazing happens. You become the driver of your own story. Here's an example to think about. Imagine your life is a car. When you blame others, it's like handing over the steering wheel to someone else. But when you take responsibility, you're the one sitting in the driver's seat, deciding where to go. Starting today, every time something goes wrong, ask yourself this simple question: what could I have done differently to prevent this? This small habit can completely transform the way you approach challenges and create solutions. Now that we've talked about responsibility, let's address the final mistake, and perhaps the most common of all: staying stuck in your comfort zone. Did you know that most people spend their entire lives inside a bubble? That bubble is their comfort zone, a safe, predictable, but incredibly limiting place. Here's the thing: nothing extraordinary ever happens inside that bubble. Why is the comfort zone so dangerous? Because it gives you a false sense of security while the world around you keeps moving forward. If you don't push your limits, you'll get left behind. But stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't mean taking a blind leap. It's about taking calculated steps into the unknown. Here's how to do it. Set a small challenge. Pick something that scares you a little but is still achievable. This could be public speaking, negotiating a raise, or starting a side project. Increase the intensity. Each time you face something new, your confidence grows. Use this momentum to tackle bigger challenges. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. Being around those a step ahead of you can inspire you to grow faster. Remember, success lies outside your comfort zone. Every step you take to expand it brings you closer to greatness. Now that we've covered the major mistakes, it's time to reveal the key that can change everything for you. This key is something few people truly understand, yet it's incredibly powerful. Consistent action, guided by a clear purpose. You can have the best ideas, the best plans, and even the best resources, but none of that matters if you don't take action. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, intelligence, or opportunities. It's execution. Here's the final secret. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. It doesn't exist. What exists is the present moment. It's here, right now, where you can take your first step. I want to leave you with a challenge. After watching this video, write down one thing you'll start doing today. Something that takes you out of your comfort zone, brings you closer to your goals, and helps you avoid the mistakes we've discussed. Because here's the truth, knowing isn't enough. Doing is what makes the difference. Imagine where your life could be a year from now if you started taking action today. Imagine the confidence, the freedom, and the opportunities you could create. That vision isn't a distant dream. It's a reality waiting for you. But the choice is yours. The key has been given. Now, it's up to you to open the door. If you found value in these ideas and want to learn more about building wealth, overcoming challenges, and creating an extraordinary life, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share this video with them. Remember, success isn't about luck. It's about choices. And by watching this video, you've already made a powerful choice. See you in the next one. Until then, keep believing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep taking action.